Hello YouTube, this is Mickey D back again with episode 97 of Stationeers. Pretty much picking up right off where we left off. Right up where we left off. One of these days I'll say that phrase right. As you can see, everything is killing the base batteries very nicely. And I do believe that's the ACs are still running. Which we don't really need on right now. To keep those on. But we don't need those three on. That does save quite a bit of power. Hey MacGyver. Welcome back. And I don't really know what else is... Have we got anything else running that should be really draining? None that I can think of. But I'm going to grab some steel sheets. Actually, let me check what's in our inventory. We got some steel sheets already in there. So it's going to be more work on the base expansion tonight. We got plenty of welding. Oh, actually, the sun's just coming up too, so that's probably why we were so... yeah, it's only been up for a little bit. And dead body. Oh, I forgot to set his body is indestructible. Oh well, it'll probably randomly appear from time to time, as the bodies seem to like to do. Very nice. That seems to have worked good. It came up, looks like a little bit. I'll have to make oh. Okay. I'm guessing it must have pulled something in from somewhere that I don't know where. Strange. Anyway, seems to be working fine. I don't know why it would have cycled anything through. So, yeah, like at the end of the last stream, where I kind of realized, hey, you know, if we had it come out right here, that would probably work really good. I'm kind of leaning towards that. I don't really know how I'm going to like... I mean, I kind of like to do something with this hole, but I don't really want to, you know, have... I think stairs come up and around and up like this. And I think it'll fit in better this way. So what we're going to do is drill through here. And we'll turn this into a hallway. Okay. And see how that goes. Alright, so I am having massive dizzy spells right now. And I might end up actually stopping this stream in a minute if they don't go away, because it's going to make me sick to my stomach. But yes, we'll do this as, let's see, this is wall. And we should, let's see, are we going to clear out from underneath the stairs? Yes, we'll clear out from underneath the stairs. So, wait a minute. Are we going to clear? Yeah, it should seal up because that's floor up there. And it looks like we should be able to put a block there. Yes, okay. So as long as we can put a block there, then that will seal. And we should be good to go. Yeah, so we should be able to seal that up then. Alright, so that'll work. And so this is going to be over to our battery room. And then what we'll do is we'll do a... let me see if we want to leave. Where do we want it? We want, yeah, a wall here. So we'll come over... We could come over a little bit more. It doesn't have to be exactly there. That'll probably be easier to run stuff if it's only one thick. That way we're not removing a ton of dirt to kind of make it. Alright, so what we'll do is... oh, that's really... That slope is really messing with me right there. Alright. Okay, so we'll come right down through here. And see how we should be able to come right down. Oh, look, oxides. Oh, yeah, I was trying not to. So, and this will be wall. And then we can have bedroom off that side, this room off of this side. And we might expand this out down more that way. I don't know. And we don't really have anywhere else for the hallway to go, so probably not really a reason. And we've got the stairs there, so. But it does give us some expansion space if we do want to go out that way. Alright, so if we come out through here, where are we out at? So then we could do just like a set of stairs coming up into here. And what do we need? Do we, you know, I gotta see if we have any stairs on us. I don't know if we, I think we might have used the last set last night. Oh, actually, we can pull that set over there up. And so we'll have a hallway. We'll need 2 blocks back for the stairs. Yeah, something kind of like that. Actually, let's put these down first. So we'll have a corner, wall, right? Should be. Yeah, just like that. And then that'll be our floor. And then we'll do off that way. Because I do want to keep it as separate. I don't want to come up and we're like in the battery room. So we'll have a separate door over there. And I think that should work fairly well. Do I have another spot? Oh, I don't even have a spot. Oh, it's right. We can swap the drill over. Alright, so we'll pull that up. Thank you. Yeah, because I'm not really liking that over there. I mean, we can leave it for later on. Maybe if we have to expand something out, we can. Alright. Yes, we should have stairs coming off. Yep, right here. Just like that. Very nice. That will work. We'll definitely have to push this back. And I'm only going to go with, I think, 1 block wide for now in here, since this is supposed to be more of, I don't know, kind of like a, you know, I don't remember that being there before. Seems like ores do kind of randomly pop up out of the ground occasionally. And it's not going to let me, we can pop that down underneath the stairs later on. And, oh yeah, we'll need to pull that block out. We definitely do not need that there anymore. Very nice. And then they'll tie in right down here. I'm guessing that must be an iron. Alright, that'll bring us down. And yeah, well, this tunnel. Oh, there was one there. And we'll have like window, kind of, it's kind of a little, you know, lighted area of some windows. And then we'll just stop this right here for now. I don't know, maybe we'll do some windows out there. I don't know. We'll figure that one out later on. And we'll do that. And I might put an angled block up there just to kind of fill that in a little bit. I'm tempted just to leave it rock. But I don't know. It doesn't really fit in with the rest of the theme of the base. Maybe if we did one that was kind of, you know, more built into the ground from the start. I'm going to see how much frames we have. I made a few, but we've used up quite a bit too. I feel like we're probably going to need to be making some more of those soon. Yeah, because that's... Hopefully we get some more. Maybe. I think I brought them all out. I think they're in that locker outside here. Oh, there we go. Definitely have to do a run of lights down here. And I'll have to see. I don't know if I'm going to worry about running... well, we probably could. I'm thinking about running oxygen lines and whatnot. And the only thing I don't like is I did want to keep this all 2 levels, but we're at 1 level right here. Hey, David. Welcome back. It probably won't be necessary because we can probably... I don't think there's anything that we need to run kind of through except for maybe the cabling coming over. Until... because all the gases and stuff are out here, so we can have them drop down and run across after where it drops out. And, alright, so we got lots of steel sheets on us. And no... And I think I already pulled them all out of here. Yes. And while we're in here, I'll just go ahead and pick up the cabling since that's been sitting there for like 3 episodes now. If not longer. Hey, Unexpected. And hopefully I've still got some more made up. Otherwise, we've already gone through like 100 frame blocks. Which would not really be all that surprising. Yeah, I guess we have gone through 100 frame blocks. Well, good thing we got a whole bunch of steel still refined. Though I think we're down to about 500. Which will be enough for quite a few frame blocks. And... yep, I was looking right at it. Yeah, 2. So, I think... let me look. Oh, that's empty. None. Yeah, so just in here, which is, I believe, yeah, about 500. Yeah, so that's a 1,000. Oh, no, it takes 2. So that's 250 frame blocks. Which, I don't know if we'd quite need that many more, but we're going to try to not completely forget about it. And I'm going to stock up on sheets and we'll do some welding while we kind of wait for those to process. We can keep things rolling a little bit here. And I think last time I did most of the welding off camera, but we can probably actually seal up. Oh, we actually just applied that. Seal this back up now too. No, I guess I should pull that stuff out so we don't have random suits buried in the walls. Oh, he's still alive. I guess he must have just... oh, he just fell. Okay, well, he's not going to be alive for very much longer from the looks of it. I don't know if you can give... I think you can actually give the pills to players. But obviously... oh yeah, I see his suit battery went dead. And he's kind of unconscious, but he's still looking around, so that's interesting. Alright, so we'll be nice and not weld him in there. And try to get... oh, come on. Oh, did we pull up... oh, I did pull up a block. That's right. Alright, so we'll skip that one for now then. I think we had to get access to the wiring that was running on the corner, so... Alright, very nice. That's sealed up. Now we're going to go do a ton of welding over here. It'll be interesting to see if our torch actually lasts for all of this. And I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is fully weld up the blocks. And then if we need to access something, we'll just, pop them open. I think there's probably not much of a point in leaving them, the majority of them open like this. Yeah, I still wish I could weld those. And I read back through the notes. I guess they fixed a collider for the basically inverted corner that they added. So why they're still not weldable yet, I don't know. Unless I'm just completely missing something and they're handled different than the rest of the other blocks. Yeah, so in case I don't go down there in a while, remind me that we are making frame blocks. Though I guess we're going to have to go back and get steel sheets again whenever we run out, so I will be going in there periodically anyway, I guess. We can probably pick up what's already because it won't take us actually all that long to burn through all these sheets. So we probably could just go pick up whatever frame blocks are done when we top off on some sheets and place them down, so we're kind of not just having a whole bunch of frame blocks around. Plus they're kind of a pain when they're not welded at all because you fall through them. So I'll have to revisit this little, we got this little, oh, I didn't need to weld that either. Because since we're not going to have the stair there, we don't really need that there. Oh, you know what I realized I should make that I haven't made yet? Is we should make a room that's just full of sleepers. And then that way, when people do pop on the server, if they log out in a sleeper, they're not going to die. That'll get rid of the dead bodies all over the place. So maybe we'll make a room that has like, I don't know, like 10 sleepers in it or something. Which I guess we could always push out on the side where that other sleeper is. Yes, yeah, guest room. Well, we'll call it like the guest hall. Because, you guys are all going to have to share. And I mean, we could actually just do a big long hallway and have like a whole bunch of identical rooms set up with sleepers in them. That would actually be kind of funny. It would be we'll call it the Mars Hotel. Okay. And now the good thing is we get all this stuff welded, and then we can go back through and mine and pull all the, the dirt out of the walls. Oh, yeah, we're going to need frame blocks down that side, too. Yeah, well, we're going to have to do a whole room down there. Oh, you know what? Okay. So we're going to end up with a, well, that might be all right. I'm going to say we're going to end up with a 1 block tall room right here. I didn't really think about that. So, you know what we could do now that I'm thinking about it? Oh, bunkhouse. Yeah, barracks. I like bunkhouse because we're not really military. Maybe if we put some turrets. Oh, yeah, I was trying to weld that before I fell at it. Yeah, that light's probably not really doing too much down here. Well, the battery seems to be lasting a decent amount of time. And since we have these placed, we might as well just go ahead and kind of weld them. Yeah, I guess we can weld these too. And did I place one down in the... Oh, no, I didn't. I know it doesn't really matter, but I usually try not to leave gaps like that. Just because, you know, I don't know. Just good construction habits in general, I guess. So, yeah, what I'm thinking is instead of having a door going off this way, we're not. We're just going to make this a hallway with a little bend in it. So we'll come down here, we'll come up here, and it'll just be a little bend into here, which is nice because then we're at the top of the stairs, and we can either go down or we can come over here, or we can, go out the airlock, whatever. And then that way we can have like a door, somewhere like here or something, and then that way we'll have a 2-block tall room again. So I think that'll work, because I don't really want to make the battery room one block tall, especially if like we end up putting transformers and circuits and stuff in there. It's not really going to give us a lot of wall area to work with, and the 1-block areas just make me feel claustrophobic when I'm walking around. Okay. That welded, and we're going to have to dig that. We'll pull the stairs up and do underneath those later on. All right. I think they're kind of like painted orange, but not really. And I just realized I just probably welded where we're going to put the... Oh, no. Okay, so I think I want to put the door right there. Looks like it'll be about centered. We'll have... That'll be a wall, obviously. So we'll have one there, there. Well, actually, we can go quite a ways down. So maybe we'll... I was thinking about centering it underneath this, but then I just realized there's not really too much of a point to do that. The only thing we have to watch out for is... there is some pipes and stuff running underneath. We kind of got some trenches underneath the filtration room where we've got some stuff kind of running underneath there. There is a lot of orange. Yes. But what I'm thinking about doing now, actually, is we could keep digging out underneath here, and we could dig out underneath the whole filtration room. And then that would give us access to all the pipes and kind of wires, and because we kind of just dig like trenches and stuff down there. We can kind of turn that into a little maintenance area. Okay, yeah, and see, I don't usually do that either. I would usually fill that in too, just because I know they don't leak, but I'm always hesitant to leave just the 2 corners, because really there's not really anything there. They're just kind of button up against each other. And I could just see them making a change or something where it's like, oh yeah, you actually have to have a block there, and then, we're running around trying to get the whole base to pressurize at some point later on. Not that I think that's going to be a change that they necessarily make, but, it just prevents it from happening anyway. One less thing to worry about. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of cleanup to... Hopefully I should just be able to run down here with the drill, though, and clean it up relatively quick. We're going to need a ton of wall paneling, though. Holy cow. It'd be nice if they got some, like, monitors, or, even, like, I don't know, posters or warning signs or something, so we, Oh, autosave. Wow, we're at half an hour already. Oh, and welcome back, Tommy. Okay. And I'm not going to fill those in because I want to be able to get down in there. I will fill the top ones in, though. We should probably make some composite windows. And I think I'll actually leave that there. I was thinking about just removing it completely. I don't know. I might end up. Depends on how much is left by the time we put the blocks down. All right. And probably getting quite a few. We'll probably go grab whatever we got for frame blocks made. Once I kind of finish off this little section here. Oh, we missed a block there too. And yeah, again, another spot where I gotta pull up the stair. And yeah, definitely at some point, I don't know if I'll do it on camera or not, but at some point I definitely gotta run around and put the cladding on for the ceiling. Which, I don't know. I kind of want to do white, but I don't want everything. I really wanted to actually paint the walls, and I just never got around to doing it. That would be a little bit in depth, though, because it turns out you're actually painting the wall, part that gets applied, not the steel panel. Which is nice, because when you pull the steel panel up, then you put it back down, you don't have to repaint the wall. So I do like that. That is a nice feature. Because they could have easily just made it was the steel panel, and then, kind of like with the pipes, and then, you end up mixing two stacks, and it, makes the color all the same, or defaults it back to the yellow. And then you kind of lose what you painted. But it means that either I have to paint every single wall individually, which I think it takes 5% of a can per wall panel if I do it like that. Which really they should at least make that be like 1%. Oh look, we got a couple of steel sheets back there that we missed. And or I'm gonna go through and pull all the steel sheets off, all the wall panels off, and then paint the wall panels in a stack, and then put them back. So, that would not necessarily be all that fun to do. But if we need to, we need to. Yeah, so maybe what we'll do is push out on like one of this side somewhere, because oh well, actually this is underneath the greenhouse, so we don't want to push out over here. Yeah, I was thinking about, since we kind of have the area down here, that if we do kind of like to do the bunk room, then we can kind of, basically make it underground. Something kind of like, do it like a doorway down here or something. And that way, like, it's kind of supposed to be like, safe, where you would want to, when you go into like your cryogenic sleep or whatever they're calling it, then, you kind of want to make sure, the base isn't going to collapse around you or something. Or, something happens, it gets hit by a meteorite, and then you wake up and you die because it's depressurized. Which that does remind me, yes. I think if you're in the cryopod, you do got to remember to open up your spacesuit if you are wearing one. Because I do believe otherwise you can't suffocate when your spacesuit runs out of power. Speaking of that, we got to do some work on that system at some point. It might not be so bad if we have the base, pressurized and up to temperature all the time. But right now, the air is basically tied into whatever the oxygen tank is. And since it doesn't like to stay warm right now, which hopefully with the whole preheating system now, that'll be resolved, but we'll have to keep an eye on it. But I'm kind of thinking about doing a miniature version of that system on like a small tank, and then having the sleepers pull off of that tank, and instead of the main tank in here. Because I think right now, when I checked this last time, it was like -6. Yeah, so 7. Well, that's not bad. 7 degrees is not bad. I think that's within the tolerable range that you're not gonna, die. But basically, if that tank gets too cold, the sleeper is gonna match whatever that tank temperature is. So I could see, before we had the heating system, or the preheating system, as I'm gonna try to call it. you know, if we dumped a whole bunch of, if we processed like a whole bunch of ice and got oxides or whatever, and, you know, got oxygen, then if it dropped that tank down to like, you know, -20 or whatever, then that's what the atmosphere would be in the sleeper, and then you start taking damage because it's too cold. So we definitely don't want that to happen. But it might be worth it to put in kind of like a preheater system, like I said, on a small tank, kind of a replica of the big one. Then we could probably stick it inside a wall. And maybe that would be a good use of that void spot that we have where the old smeltery used to be. Okay. And we'll kind of fill that in there. And then we do have, yeah, I just don't like, I don't mind if it's rock, but I do not like leaving it if it's void. And then we're going to want composite there, so that should be pretty good. And we do, oh, there's that one we missed. Yes. And I think, yeah, I'm missing one underneath the stair right there, but you can't place them with the stairs down. So we'll go back through and pull the stairs up later on. All right. You know, like we could take something like this and make it like the sleeper area and just kind of expand it out. And maybe we'll do glass roof on it, but who knows, really. We'll have to figure that out. And we want this too high. And out of sheets again. All right, back to welding. I keep forgetting. I keep putting my welder back here. So the thing is going to be is how many sheets are we going to miss? Or how many blocks are we going to miss? Because we're kind of patching things back in. Trying not to miss any, but I'm assuming we probably will miss a couple. And then we can, I don't know, we'll get these done, and then, oh, actually, I still have 90 more frame blocks in my inventory. I was only counting what was in my hand. I forgot those were up there. Okay. Here we go. And, oh, is anybody interested in seeing Worlds Adrift? Because I do own that, and they're actually getting ready to release it out of alpha access into early access now. Probably not something I would stream a lot or do a long series on. Probably something just to pop in every now and then. Worlds Adrift. It's a kind of interesting game. You basically make flying ships. And you go around and basically gather resources to make your ship bigger. And a lot of, there's kind of a slant towards, which is not my thing, but PvP in it. So people basically try to attack your ship so they can scavenge the resources off of your ship and whatever other loot you've gathered. But it's kind of interesting. I mean, it's got some decent mechanics. There's, you know, NPC creatures that will attack you and whatnot. And you basically run around and gather wood and different metals. And it has a pretty interesting, what do I want to say? It's got, like, you know, you get iron, nickel, silver, gold, copper, actually, is there copper? I believe there is copper. Copper, bronze, titanium, aluminum, a few other resources. And it's basically like there's this ancient civilization, so you're kind of using some of their technology. But it looks very like, you know, like everything's kind of, you know, scavenged materials, sort of. And I don't really want to stay steampunkish, but Oh yeah, Echo does seem kind of interesting. I think Dark Dragon was wanting me to play that. It looks kind of interesting. I mean, it looks like kind of like a Minecraft with a lot better graphics, so it kind of gets my attention a little bit there. Um, the only thing I didn't like is where it's basically you basically get 30 days. And I mean, granted, there's some replayability, and you could do some stuff. And if they do a kind of open-ended, sort of thing, then I would definitely be more interested in it. Which maybe they're going to add that. I don't know, but I believe it's you get like 30 in game days or something before the world ends, and uh, I don't know. I don't think I've seen Worlds. Not familiar with that. But I do want to still do some more streams of Hellion and stuff too. I just was thinking about Worlds Adrift because I haven't played it in a while, and um, it is kind of an interesting game. Like I said, I can play it. I can play it for a while, and then it's there's no like huge over. It's basically just well, you find blueprints and stuff as part of it too. So you got to kind of there's some like tech tree to it, and then some stuff is just random chance find it. Stuff is kind of like randomly generated stat wise. So you kind of you and since the well actually this is an idea of people who follow it knows the last time that I played it was they hadn't implemented the way to get rid of like the blueprints you found and stuff, and but now they have. So now if you get something that's kind of like, or actually the last time I played, I think they had just implemented that. Yeah, Worlds Adrift. And let's see, we're gonna want this there. Yeah, I was gonna say as quick as we're keeping up with how fast we're making well, we kind of are for the most part, but I don't think we're gonna have to worry about having a whole bunch of these frame blocks left over. And I maybe should have done that one yet. There we go. Oh, actually, we'll put down the rest of them that we have. I'll have to go through and clean this up. And we're going to have to make quite a bit of machines. I can see we're probably, we're burning through the steel pretty fast here. So we're probably going to end up doing another mining run for some more iron. I think everything else we're pretty much good on for now. But definitely, we make some more steel. We're going to use up the rest of that iron and then probably then more, especially if we make it up in the quantities that we did last time, which we'll probably want to because we got to still make tons and tons and tons of steel sheets to clad all this. All right, and we'll get the wall down. Yeah, I just don't like leaving the well, the other thing too is if you have the rock walls, you can kind of wire and pipe and stuff along it and stuff, which works fine, but you can't put anything else on it. So if we want to do circuits or something, and because I do get tempted every now and then, and I am so like tempted to do something with this giant hole here, but maybe we'll do the well, no, I don't really want to do that. I was thinking about having like the sleeper area over here, and then having a whole bunch of stairs and stuff down, but I don't really like how it would where that's located in relation to the base. I mean, I kind of like to leave it kind of closer to the main area of the base, just so you don't like spawn in and then, have to traverse through like the whole entire base to get somewhere, or kind of what we consider, or I consider the main area. And how was I planning on, I guess I just dug back a little bit farther on that side. And I think that was the last one for now. Yes. And almost all the iron sheets, too. Or steel sheets, I should say. Oh, good. We can't get into that one. Yeah, I'm glad I get that hold. I don't really want to fall in there again. And I'm still debating on doing a Hellion stream or not tonight. I get a little bit later started than I kind of planned. I was planning on doing like 2 episodes of Stationeers and then like maybe one of Hellion. But I'm either going to do one of each or just do 2 of Stationeers for tonight. And might do just do two of Stationeers. Since we are kind of in the middle of this big and we've got quite a bit of stuff to do. I guess it depends if we run out of resources or not, which I think we're probably good for now. And kind of probably want to keep a little bit of an eye on our steel. Because I don't want to run completely out of it. Okay, here we go. And it's funny because it looks like all the walls are orange. But thankfully we actually don't need to bring that all the way down. I mean, I kind of like to just, you know, to have it. But it's not really necessary because when we panel over it, it'll cover it. But it's, you know, more of the principle of the thing, I guess. I would know if there was still dirt there. Ah, getting there. Yep, we're still going to get some frame blocks in there. Come up and restock once again. How's our... okay, we're doing good on all that. I would say we should have quite the pile over here again. And we still got quite a few steel sheets. One of these days I will put a stacker in these. Oh, you know what? No, I don't think I want to do that. I was thinking about moving all the machines over to where the ore refinery and stuff is, and you know, kind of, well, the new area we're building, and making this like the sleeper room because we could just line like a ton of sleepers in here. I don't think I want to do that though. I kind of like this room how it is and where it's at. And then we have to tear that whole thing out and replace it. So I think I'll leave this here. Just the way it is. Though I guess technically it's probably a little oversized. I mean, everything fits around nicely. But we kind of, you know, have this giant open spot there. Yeah, let's keep the full stacks with us. And yeah, I guess we'll, oh, and I did it again. Yeah, that's, you know, 900 sheets is, yeah, see, they don't last that long. And how much steel are we at? Oh, we're down to 20. All right, so yeah, we're going to shut that off. I want a little bit for pipes and whatnot. Oh, I say pipes, but I mean, any random stuff we need to make, you know. Oh. I thought I saw one hiding in there. All right. So hopefully this will be enough to finish off because we still got the floor in there, the rest of the walls. Yeah, that's what I was kind of leaning towards, is doing the 2 for Stationeers. And the Hellion, since we're running it, I'm running it on the dedicated server now. It doesn't really matter, you know, nothing's going to decay. So if I don't log in, because basically I shut down the server when we're not playing. Yeah, I know, I noticed that. Very nice, huh? Those extra solar panels helped out definitely. But part of it too is the base heaters aren't running, so that usually, I think, that there sucks up quite a bit of power. ACs and power, which is that brings me back to yeah, I think I want to add more windows into the base, so that we can take advantage of the solar gain from the sun, because it is, the radiators use a lot less power than the wall heaters, so it'd be better to, cool than to heat, or it'd be at least more efficient. And I guess I missed that block. And hey, look, there's the stairs. This is like all I'm getting now is flashbacks of Space Engineers. And I'm like, wide angle welder. I can weld like 3 blocks at once. Which obviously we can't do in here. And I do want to. I want to get the floor. I want to go through and put the floor down too, real quick, so we can walk through everything. Though actually, we can do that easier from down below. So yeah, maybe we won't do that yet. So this, what am I going to do with this? I kind of want to put a window here. This is going to be the airlock, which, basically door right here. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, I guess we could put the... I'm thinking about where we're going to put the... Well, we just have to hit the switch on the door, so it's not too bad. But I'm thinking about, we'll pull... Okay, maybe we won't put a window there. I think what we're going to do is we'll change that airlock setup a little bit. And what we can do is, well, we've got quite the full inventory. I'll throw that down. I'm so glad those don't explode when you throw them. All right, so we're gonna want to pull that up, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'll make the airlock like maybe these 2 blocks. Well, we don't need our 3. I guess we could just actually come right out here and then have the airlock come out right there. So we could just have it be a straight. But I'm thinking about having the door, I didn't want the door really at the right at the bottom of the stairs, like right there. So we'll have the door like, right here. And then that'll give us airlock, and then, well, maybe then, yeah, then we could put the window in. Yeah, I like that. That'll work. So we will make that window. There. That gives me a reason to not have it basically just be 2 and come out right there. Because, I don't want like just a dead space. And so we don't need that one. But we do want it there. There we go. Oh, yeah, we'll pull that up too real quick. Since we're already kind of doing that. Yeah, and we'll make that window, and then we'll kind of get a little view of the sun right there. And I'm almost tempted to put some windows in the ceiling, but since it's going to be on the landing pad, I don't think that would probably be a good idea. Though we might be able to do some windows around on this side because it's going to be, pretty much at ground level. Let's grab that. Kick this back on. And get those welded. Alright, so those will be windows. Yeah, we're going to make wall sections. Yeah, I guess we could leave that like that. Oh, 1 second. Okay, I am back. All right. Yeah, if we have a door right there. Yeah, we'll do like that. That way we're... Oh, we don't need that one. We can pull that one up. There we go. Yeah, just freak out. That's fine. And we don't need that one. Actually, we don't need that one either. We can leave that open too. And let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, we can leave all that open. Yeah, no point in having two windows there and having it blocked by one of them that's only a block away. Okay. All right. That should work pretty good. Oh, wait a minute. I screwed that up, didn't I? I did need a block there. Oh. Yes, I did need a block there. Okay. I did not need that block, but I needed that one. Yeah, we do need one. We need one right there. All right. Yeah, that'll work. Because then we'll have our light up there, and this will be our kind of airlock. And where do we have... Okay, we'll do that. Pick those up. Very nice. All right. Yeah, the only thing I was debating is having this be a solid block on this one, and then we can do an angled block on this one, which might work better, but then we're going to have a 1 block tall airlock, which is not necessarily a bad thing, I guess. Are those frames? Oh, they are frames. Thank you. All right. And come on, switch. Thank you. All right. Yeah. So we'll work there. Get there. I think we got all those. Nope, we're missing one. Oh, we can't put one there. Uh-oh. Well, that might screw that up. Oh, I thought we were going to clear on that. Yeah, I kind of like that because that gives us some wall space over there now. Oh. Oh, maybe do we have... Oh, there's that lovely lag spike again. I swear, it acts like it's trying to, like, it's acting like it's saving. Hopefully they'll fix that. I should see if it's doing, I don't know, maybe it's like doing a flush in the memory or something. Okay, so that'll be sealed. That might be a problem right there, because I think we're going to have an unsealed spot. Well, I thought we were going to clear on that. No, I guess not. Ugh. Well, we could always just put a wall panel there because that will seal the atmosphere. Um, I don't usually like to do that though. And actually, I don't think there's anywhere else on the base I've done that. Everywhere on the base is complete frame blocks. You know, with our nice decorative wall panels on top. So, the alternate is... What is the alternate? We don't really have an alternate, because if we move the stair back, we're going to basically run into the same exact issue, no matter... Oh, actually, no, if we move back one, we'll be on top of the wall. Which we could do, because we're going to get rid of this railing and just come out farther. So we could just bring the pad over one more. So that is a possibility. But we'll look at that farther. We still got blocks to put down. So, and we still got to go through and pull up the stairs and stuff anyway to get those so we can put the blocks underneath them. So we can revisit that probably about when we actually do the airlock. Okay. And we might actually get, well, unless we run out of blocks, which we probably will. I don't even know what size we ended up with on this. I should actually check that at some point. I have a feeling too we're gonna have to go gather a whole bunch of oxides again, because with this the size of the expansion, we are probably not going to have enough to get the base pressurized up. Which reminds me, I should screw with the world atmospherics a little bit more again. Kind of like I was thinking of, just to increase the pressure. Oh, why is the pressure? I guess because I'm placing blocks down. That's kind of weird. It shouldn't really drop. If anything, it should climb because it's displacing. Interesting. I am hoping to get some of the hazards in, like the storms, radiation, and whatnot. It'll make things a little bit more interesting. Though I don't necessarily want to be. I don't know. I say that, and then we'll be in the middle of a mining run or something, and we'll get hit by a storm, and hopefully it'll give you some type of warning. But I could definitely see us being like out mining in the middle of the night. Because how are you going to see a dust storm coming at night? Unless it blocks the stars, I guess. And maybe that's why they added stars. Well, are we actually going to have... Oh, no, because, yeah, we still got a floor and the rest of the ceiling. So, yeah, we're not going to have enough frame blocks to fill this off. Yep, no voids. No voids, thank you. No, I haven't heard anything. I don't usually... Well, okay, I've never used Discord. So, since they're basically now just giving information on Discord, it means I don't really get any information from the devs anymore, which kind of sucks. I mean, they were kind of active on the Steam forums, and you could get some stuff there. They do kind of still pop on there every now and then, but it's pretty rare. And then usually it's just a little snidbit where they're not really giving us any information, but it's more like somebody will put in a bug report or something like that, and it's kind of like they'll kind of pass along a little tidbit in relation to that, because they'll go, oh yeah, it's like that for now, but it's you know, that's going to be worked on, or, you know, something. So it's you know, it would be nice if they at least posted on their, you know, their site and gave some more, a little bit more information. Than just Discord. And plus, Discord's not really, you know, kind of like written information. It's great if you're on there to talk to them, but, you know. All right. And, yeah, we're going to, oh, no, that's it. I forgot. Oh, I didn't even realize I thought I still had that other 13. And let's get... Yeah, we'll definitely, so we got a bit of that left. Plus what's inside. So we definitely have enough steel sheets for now. And one of these days I'll actually get that swapped over right. Hey, the sun's back out. Very nice. Oh, and we still needed 2 more blocks down there. Well, we got a few little spots to patch in here and there. My main thing is I like having the floors done so we can, well, having it sealed up so we don't have holes to fall into or out of the base. And we don't have the floor. You know, not that this is too bad, but it does kind of give you a little like up and down, up and down, up and down sort of thing, which is usually not that bad, but you kind of hitch on them every now and then. Oh, you know what I realized? If we ever need to expand our radiator system now, we can use the other side. Oh, maybe not. It's probably too far away from the other base. I was going to say, because the, you know, the sun comes up from there. And I was like, oh, if we just cover the top of it and have it on the side of this building, then, I don't know. I think, it might be out of the sun, because I think the other sun, you know, as soon as it gets down a little bit, the other part of the base is going to block it. So, it's probably worth doing it if the radiator system ever gets that big that, you know, it fills up that whole section. Which I still think we have enough space to double the size on it. Excuse me. All right. And we'll get this done. Where we're at. We're a little over an hour, so probably get these sheets done. Whatever I've got here in my inventory, the next 122 sheets. If we get that many frame blocks left. Which we got a few, but I don't know if we got quite that many. And then I'll probably take the 10-minute break there, like I normally, kind of about that, so I can stretch my legs, top off my coffee, and come back and do the other stream. And we'll probably refine up a small batch of steel, because we do have, I mean, we have plenty of coal, and we do have some iron, so we could probably make, you know, we'll probably make about 600. And then we can get some more frame blocks and stuff making up. But I think what we'll do is we need to make some doors and, you know, get some cabling ran. And actually, I guess we need to dig out where we're going to put the battery room. I mean, we could put doors and just have them open and stuff for now. But we need to get the kind of power ran over to this section before we, you know, get a whole bunch of stuff in here that needs power and we have no power. Okay. Oh, I just already had one there. At some point, I'm going to have to run through with the drill and clean all this up, too. And let's grab the... no! Stop it! Why do I keep doing that? Okay. Bitterness. Yeah, I kind of wish I'd done this on the main part of the base in the very beginning. And just had the, you know, if I had it all to do it again, I would probably put the whole maintenance area underneath. Makes sense for some reasons, because then we could actually run pipes and whatnot without, you know, I don't mind running them through the wall in the most cases, especially if it's the interior walls. I think it's a little bit difficult because of the, you know, you have to go around doors and, you know, you got vents coming through and stuff. Though luckily you can fit quite a bit of stuff inside of a, you know, inside the blocks. So it's not that bad, but I'm kind of leaning towards in the future, plumbing goes underneath and then wiring goes in the walls. That way we can keep our pipes all down below. Everything's accessible. And probably make it a little bit easier to work on stuff. You know. Plus, you know, if there's a problem, it's usually with the pipes, not with the wiring. Because, you know, unless we do something really, you know, weird, we shouldn't, you know, basically ever burn out wiring and stuff. So it's usually, you know, like a random pipe burst or something. And there has been a couple times where I've had to go through the walls and find that one burst pipe. You know, I mean, generally I knew which line to look on, but still, it's, you know, if they're out and available, then it's a lot easier. You know, take some of the guesswork out of it that we don't really need to make for ourselves. And I can just see now that I'm doing this and we're going to have this maintenance area. I'm going to be like, oh, I so wish I made it 2 tall instead of 1. But I don't know. We'll see. I think 1 tall will be fine, especially if we're pretty much just running pipes through it. And it does give us an area to put circuits too. And because I would like to keep the circuits exposed. I mean, and not that it's a bad thing to pull up the floor grates and, you know, mess with the circuit. But, you know, if we had them down below or something, then we could not have to worry about that. And we'll go ahead and throw those in the machine since we can, and we don't want to go that way. Very nice. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do something about this though, because we can't have a just empty. Obviously, we're not gonna be able to pressurize the base. Oh, you know what we could do? I just thought about. No, that's gonna be That's gonna be the same thing. I'm gonna say we could put a bend in it and have a landing, and then go down the other side. So we could have, you know, kind of railing, but that's over hallway too. So it's not gonna help us any, unless we did something like. Let's see, that's hallway. Oh, maybe that is. No, that's hallway. That's hallway. That's wall. Yeah, that's not going to help us any. Never mind. I was thinking if we pushed it back farther, then we had it down through, but that's not going to make a difference. Oh. And I have still, this is a good, decent sized run, because I dumped those, 2, 4, 6, what, 8 bags in the other day. And, it just got to the point where, you know, it was filled up to like there. So, you know, if I tried probably another bag, I probably would have overloaded it. Really? 400 and really, you're gonna get 440. That's not good. That's a little warm. That's almost burst into flames warm. Uh, okay, something we'll definitely have to keep an eye on. There's obviously a little bug in there. I'm wondering if it depressurized it, or since we pulled all the pressure out. So probably what it did is skyrocket the temperature because the pressure dropped so low, because there was probably like 1 mole and it's still counting all the energy in the tank. So yeah, interesting. Because it's obviously not bumping since we just dumped oxides in, then it should be going into this tank, and obviously it's not shooting up this tank. So I'm gonna have to assume that's just a glitch in the system with just the way it does the heat calculations, because the pressure dropped so low in there when it was already heated up. Well, that's weird, because that says it's 228 Kelvin. Is that reading from the wrong tank? No, it can't be, because as soon as we hit 20, it opened up. Is it just being buggy? No, it's in kPa. It's 559 kPa, not MPa. So yeah, pressure's probably reading... Oh no, it is reading wrong. Because that's telling us 300, and that is telling us 5/6, which we know that that's 300. Well, yeah, that's going to be that circuit's running off of that. So, yeah, strange. Which we could pop it open and read the pressure directly, temperature directly off the tank, but that should be reading right off the tank. So... But then again, this is the line. Okay, yeah, it's gonna read separate, because this is reading off of the line, which is the incoming line. So that's whatever the ice and whatnot is coming in at. This is reading off of the tank, which is after this valve. So there are volume pump. So this is a different temperature than what this side is. But that should not be... Well, no, it's just not reading right, because there's no way that's 294. I'm assuming because this is pumping out that there's basically no pressure in that tank. And then that's why it's increasing the temperature, or showing the temperature as being that high. And I'm pretty sure if we read this, it's going to tell me that there's... Yeah, 297 degrees. It's 574. That's still... Yeah. The only problem is that's going to screw up the... Why did it get so warm, though? Well, no, I know why it got warm, but... Yeah, that's... I'm just going to have to see if we're going to have to calculate for that or not, or try to adjust the system for that. Because right now it's not going to open up that valve because it's above 30 degrees Celsius. But really it should be... I mean, I can see what happened is the tank got up to 30 degrees. It shut the heaters off, but it's still warm down below. So it was still basically allowing it to equalize the heat between the tank and the room down below. And then when it dumped everything in and there was basically nothing left in the tank, the volume jumped in the tank, but it still had the same amount of energy. No, it should have kind of taken... Well, no, it wasn't taking it out. So it caused the temperature to jump up in the system, or in the tank wise, but it should have dropped back down when it started getting more pressure put back in, unless it was... We had like 2.5 MPa in there, so it could be just because it went from that to almost nothing. But the radiator valve should have kicked on. So it should be equalizing, and I have a feeling that maybe that radiator circuit's not running either, because that should fix the problem anyway. Oh, we can't read it from this side. Shoot. Yeah, we don't have a way to read that because the valve is inside the block, and then if we open it up. But I have a feeling that valve is not open. So there's probably a little bug there that we'll have to kind of figure out. And that's probably the first thing we'll do in the when we come back on the next stream. And actually, we'll pull up the circuit real quick because we should. So there's our low temperature compare, which, yeah. So high temp at 30, which we still do need to adjust these a little bit. So there's the radiator vent. That should be, that is reading a 1, so that vent should be open. And it should, oh no, that's the radiator vent. It's over here is the one we want. And we'll go ahead and just expose the whole thing. Just make it that much easier. Alright, so low temp is 293, which is 20 degrees. Radiator should be open. And I think actually, did we still have the radiator hooked up? So this is the valve, and then that's the logic writer, which this goes to, that's the radiator, and then which is open, that valve, cut in pressure, radiator vent, yeah. Did we not put a writer in for that? Oh, wait a minute. Holding tank heater transformer. Nope, that's the heater. Okay, which is off. That's good. That's, yep, that's off. We want that off. High temp reader, 569 degrees Kelvin, which is definitely not what we want. So radiator vent, the radiator vent is open. Yes, we want the radiator vent open, but that valve is shut, and then that valve is shut. So this should be the digital valve going to there. This one should be here. This is open. Yeah. So it's saying that it's open, and that's the tank radiator vent valve, which is kind of a horrible name, but it should be basically the tank vent valve, but it's for the radiator down below. So this should be open, so that should be equalizing out to negative 60 degrees. So why is the temperature in the tank not dropping? And we're definitely seeing, yeah, we're seeing differences. So the atmospherics has not crashed. Huh. It's not venting out like it should be for some reason. So the question is we can open this up. And we're going to drop those there because I don't really want to drop the negative 60. Yeah. Well, that radiator's at negative 49, so it should be really. I'm still waiting for a crouch. Oh, why is it airing? Well, oh, that was interesting. Oh, you know what? I bet it was a case of hooking up the circuit and having it powered on, and it probably tried to set like a setting or something, so it's probably been errored out. Well, that explains why it didn't vent. And then so we can see the temperature is now dropping. So, because it should have opened up and not let it have gotten too warm in there. All right. So that should fix it. We can seal that back up. And then we'll just have to keep an eye on it and see if it does it again. It shouldn't, but we should be good. And I probably should not walk around with a lit torch in my pocket. Oh, that was weird. You see the light shining in. I'm like, oh, there's something over there. Something's blowing up. No, it's just me. Okay. Yeah. So we're dropping back down. So it should be working fine now. We should be good. I'm just gonna let it cool back off. It's interesting though that it's not. I guess it's just not enough gas to increase the temperature in here. Though I wouldn't have mind if it had actually heated up that tank a bit, because that is a little on the chilly side. 15.5. Wow, this thing will actually shut off actually pretty relatively soon. Okay. And hey, the sun. Oh, actually, now that the sun's just come up, what did our batteries get down to? Run, run. Sort of. This is as fast as I can go. Oh, okay, so we dropped about probably around 80%. Not bad. We would still have to hook it into a radiator system. So if we did the radiator down there, and that doesn't help us, then we would have well, we'd still have a big power draw either way to heat. But I think the radiators would take so long. I mean, yeah, we could just loop it like we do on these, so the exhaust can turn back into the return, and then it can just keep looping it until it gets to temperature. But this way it was giving us a way to passively do it, basically, with our cooling and our heating. But yes, that was an option. We could go that route and use an AC. But the ACs, though, I don't really want to do that unless we left the AC sitting outside, because they are kind of buggy with the logics, and it has to turn it on, and then it has to hit the start button, and randomly it hits the start button and then turns it on, and then it doesn't do anything because the start button was hit before the machine was turned on or powered on. So basically you got to power it on, and then you got to hit the start button. But the logic circuit will randomly sometimes fire the start button before it does the power on. So then you end up with a machine that's sitting there powered on, but it's idle. So this is a little bit more, it should be a little bit more foolproof. Oh. And, all right. So we're at, an hour and 24 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. I'm going to take, a few minutes, go stretch my legs, top off my coffee, and then I'll be back with episode 98, and we will pick up where we left off. And we've got to drop, we're probably going to make some steel real quick. And I don't know if I want to turn it all. I guess we should turn it all in the frame blocks and whatnot. I should actually, before we do that, we should see what we need for the sorters. Yeah. All right. But yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you in the next one.